Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Big Blue Unfiltered Podcast, talking New York Giants football and the NFL. Here now is Ian Campbell, Brian Gallagher Jr., and Greg Rommel.
So we're starting episode 13 of Big Blue Unfiltered with me calling out Lauren for being mean to me.
How
Brian
rude.
told me to pull up the news, and she said, "What news? Lack of news."
To be fair, there's not a whole lot.
There's no news, but you know what? I don't need that. I don't need that kind of criticism
Positive vibes only.
when I'm
here.
trying to produce content here. It is late May. There is nothing going on in football, Lauren, and you're over here drinking whatever that is. What is it? I can't read. Burnt Mills. Is it
Mojito?
good? It is good.
What
I
is
don't
that, a
care.
cider?
I don't care.
Cider mojito?
It's a cider
How does-
mojito.
How does that compute? There's no apples.
You can
and
hold up
margaritas.
whatever you want. It doesn't matter. You were mean.
Strawberry
Sponsored
lemonade.
by Burt Mills. Yeah.
What's happening?
It's
here?
rude. It's extremely rude. What do we got?
Jesus.
Nothing.
Nothing?
No.
Okay.
Just a little action. Yeah.
A little action there.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. Surprised Senior didn't want to put his name out.
He's got to
there.
get up early.
No,
4:30.
it's bedtime for him.
Bedtime.
It's
Yeah.
8 o'clock.
That's fair.
It's
Yeah.
about a half hour past his bedtime.
If I had to get up at 4:32, I'd be well asleep.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Yeah.
All right. There's nothing going on in the NFL this week.
Not a whole lot.
Nothing.
There's maybe a couple rookie camps happening. Not much. If I sound congested, I'm sorry, everyone.
Allergies. Yeah.
What? Laugh. Go ahead.
For those who don't know, we have an audience this
Yeah,
week.
we have a little audience today. Yep.
We
It
did
is what it
we,
is.
We did a little bit of smoking some meats.
Yes, we can
we've
talk
been
about
cooking
that
meat
for a minute,
and drinking
yeah.
for about 6 hours now. So if we said a little out there,
Yeah.
it makes a little sense.
You get what you get today.
All right. I mean, we'll jump right into it. We'll give you maybe, 30 minutes today? I think that's all we got in
Yeah.
this.
That's what she said.
So maybe for you,
Oh.
I got maybe 10 seconds.
Easy.
If you got 30
easy.
minutes, good for you.
We're not going down this road.
All right. So we'll do our typical Around the League segment. So there's not much going on. Jim Brown died.
Yes.
I hate to say it as
Yeah.
candid as I did, but Jim Brown died.
Yeah.
Activist Jim Brown, greatest running back of all time in some people's opinion. Also famed women abuser,
Oh.
Jim Brown.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Alleged.
Yes,
Alleged.
Which is why
Alleged.
I'm not getting the Jim Brown hype, because the guy was awful.
Are we setting ourselves up for a defamation of character?
Absolutely not. No. Listen, this guy beat the shit out of women.
If it's on the internet, it's true.
He was an activist. Good for him. Great running back. Fantastic. But this dude was a dickhole. Awful. But he died.
R.I.P. Jim Brown. Very.
I mean, R.I.P. You don't want anyone to die, but at the
No.
same time, if you're going to beat the shit out of women, like, it is what it is. I'm not that upset.
You know what's crazy? He was like a running back like in the 50s.
Was it
Yeah,
the
it was that
50s?
long
I would have
ago.
sworn it was
Yeah.
the 70s.
Was he on the Browns? Because that would be
Yeah.
pretty fitting.
That
Yeah,
yes,
he was.
I mean,
Thought so.
that was the only team
Don't
he played
feed
for.
into this, Brian. Don't feed into this.
I'm going to look it up because I don't want to sit here and say that Greg said he played in the 50s.
I'm pretty sure he did. I
No.
feel
We
pretty
wanna-
confident.
I
wanna
think
be
you're
right
wrong.
with
I
our
think
facts
The 70s
here.
was right.
No.
Oh wow, you're right.
I know,
57
right?
to 65.
I know I'm right.
I would have said
Yeah, he's old.
early 70s.
He
to
was
early
old.
80s.
Yeah.
No. He's old.
He was what, 82?
87.
Something?
I don't know. I don't care. He hit
Something like
women.
that. We don't condone that.
Other than that,
His
Pat-
old balls.
what?
Him and his old balls.
His old ass balls hit women. Pat McAfee to ESPN.
ESPN. Yeah.
I don't know what his content's going to
Yeah.
be like now that he's going to
I don't
ESPN.
know.
They said it's gonna be the
certainly
same.
not unfiltered like ours.
So he
Yeah.
said, I think it was 2-3 years ago, that he would never sell out, never go to ESPN.
and he did.
And he did.
Yeah,
I
money-
think
Now
money
he's
talks.
definitely going to not talk about Jim Brown hitting women.
no. But I think it might have to do with that he just had a kid, and he's
I don't
looking
care.
for stable
They probably
money.
gave him a
But
lot
he
of
Are
sold
you
out.
pretending FanDuel didn't give him the money that he was making?
He sold out.
Yeah.
He sold out.
Yeah.
ESPN's going to censor all of his shit.
Exactly. He's gonna. I'm gonna say the F word.
I wonder
Les.
if
I
he's
don't
part
care,
of that
Pat.
streaming service. That
You
they're
can't
doing.
say Patrick Mahomes is bad, or you can't say Jalen Hurts had a bad game.
They're gonna have their 2-hour segment on the WNBA every show now
Yeah.
because everyone loves the WNBA.
Oh, yeah. Look at their ticket sales.
And this
Go
is
Sparks.
nothing against the WNBA, but let's agree.
Whoa, we're going down a rabbit hole. here.
Let's agree that that ESPN forces sports that nobody wants to watch.
True.
Allegedly.
I
but
think
yes.
I appreciate the WNBA if they lowered the rim and made the ball a little smaller.
Yeah.
If it was an 8-foot rim and women could dunk, and it was more entertaining, I
It's
think
so
people,
bad.
I think people watch it more.
It's so bad.
Am I wrong?
You're not wrong. It's bad to watch.
Look at college softball.
It-
Look at college softball. Here.
Ian, it's so bad to watch, we almost made that a punishment for a fantasy
Yeah,
football
but that's
league.
that's not just us though. That's been a thing.
Oh,
that's
I know.
exists. But look at college softball. I love watching college softball because that is the top of the competition.
Yeah, no,
and
it's
those
great. It's
girls
great.
pitch fast. They hit nukes on a field that they can hit nukes
Yeah.
on.
I think
It is entertaining to watch at their limits.
Yeah.
College softball is awesome.
I think the WNBA needs to take a page out of women's college basketball is awesome.
Yeah.
it's they
It's
got to
great.
figure out what
Yeah.
their formula.
I don't remember
is.
their names because we've been drinking for 6 hours. But the girl from LSU,
They're
and the girl
incredible.
from
It's-
what's her name?
yeah.
Or
Oh,
where
yeah.
was it?
That's
Yeah,
some of the best
whatever their
basketball
names
you can
are.
watch.
This was the most watched women's college basketball in years.
fantastic.
I didn't
It was
watch
better-
it.
Personalities.
I didn't watch
I
it.
honestly
Great.
watched like 2 or 3 games.
Yeah, I
didn't
watched
watch it.
a ton
And
of
if you
games.
ask me how many games I've
Yeah.
watched in the past 10 years of women's college basketball,
3.
It was really good.
3. And they were all this year.
This year, that Final Four was awesome.
It was great.
Women's college.
Because
That's what I
of
heard.
because of those 2 girls going at it.
So much fun.
If it's competitive, it's fun to watch.
All right, let's get back on track.
All right, back to men's football.
Man sport.
Yeah. Matt Ryan is an announcer now.
But he's not retiring.
Yeah, he's done.
Where is
Quote,
he
unquote.
announcing?
CBS.
CBS.
Oh.
Yeah, he's done. He's done. Did you see Jamar Chase is the youngest Bengals wide receiver on the roster?
Really?
Is he really?
Correct.
T. Higgins is still there.
Including rookies.
Oh,
Jamar
well,
Chase
yeah,
is
T.
still
Higgins
the
is
youngest
older
receiver
than-
on the roster.
Yeah, T. Higgins was at Clemson
Yeah.
when Deshaun
T.
Watson
Higgins
was
is
there.
older.
Yeah.
That's bizarre.
So way back.
And then the biggest veteran thing I saw was Chris Harris is trying to find a Super Bowl team. Remember him? Corner?
Oh,
don't
yeah,
remember
him.
On those Broncos teams.
Yeah.
He was good, but
yeah.
nothing amazing.
He fell off.
Yeah. He's looking for a contender. I don't
Yeah.
blame him.
Yeah, why not?
Giants, perhaps?
No.
No, I don't think so.
I
No?
think we're good there.
Maybe the Eagles pick him up, but that's about it.
Could be. Yeah.
But today we'll give you a D-line breakdown. So, I mean, we got, 4 guys
Or,
to really go
or do
over?
we want to go undrafted free agents first?
No.
Okay.
We'll do interior D-line.
Okay.
I feel like we need some more notes for the undrafted free
Yeah,
agents,
we
to
gotta
be fair.
look into those
Yeah.
guys.
We're a little bit unprepared today.
So before we get to Dex, which is the obvious fan favorite,
Yes.
what do we think of Leo this year? I mean, Brian,
Leo.
kick us off here.
He's tough. He's tough. He's a little overpaid. I want them to restructure that contract or dare I say cut?
No, I don't think you cut
I don't think you
him.
cut him, but I agree with the restructure.
Yeah. They need,
I apologize to anyone whose speakers are being destroyed by me losing my voice right now.
But-
I think with Leo, I think he also was not super healthy last year, so I think him being able to get back to full strength will be huge. And also too, I think Ashawn Robinson coming in will give him a big
that's
break.
going to be a
So
Huge break.
we were one of the
Yeah.
worst interior rushing defenses in the league
which is
last year.
surprising.
Yeah.
Now, but
yeah.
that's the thing. Dex and Leo are not bad run defenders.
no.
It's just they're on the field all day, every day.
there's nothing
Yeah.
behind them.
Exactly. So they come out and
Yeah.
you could run free on us.
Yeah.
So
Also,
now
Kayvon was
adding-
not great in the run game last year because he was getting bullied a little bit.
Late
'Cause-
in the
yeah.
season, he got better.
Yeah,
but
because he's
but
going to beef up. there.
interior, like inside the guards, in the A gaps.
Yeah.
Give me some props there, Greg.
That was good. Yeah, that was
The
that was
A-gaps.
exciting.
Oh, yeah.
That's some Pop
Yeah.
Warner knowledge coming back.
We'll get into shading next week. Yeah.
You could do that. But Dex and Leo are gassed by third down,
Yeah.
so they had no one to come in and sub for them.
Absolutely no.
But Ryder Anderson, let's be real, garbage.
yeah,
Terrible.
That's,
Jordan Riley, garbage.
There's nothing there.
But
DJ Davidson, no.
But now you have a legitimate
They have
like
Ashawn and Rakeem Nunez-Roches, who
we're gonna get we're
heretofore
gonna get
to
into them.
refer to
I
as
forgot about
Nacho.
that.
We're gonna get into them, but let's stick on
I
Leo here.
just want to let the people know
Yeah.
we're going to call him Nacho from now
Nacho.
on. So
Nacho. Oh, yeah.
Rakeem Nunez-Roches, a.k.a. Nacho.
Nacho.
So as we go on through the episode, when you hear Nacho, that's who we mean.
All right. Leo, as long as he stays healthy,
Yeah.
it's going to be a good rotation with him and Dex there. And Ashawn is a very nice get for them
I love it.
because you're able to sub one of Dex or Leo out. And then Jordan Riley, we'll see what
Take it or
happens.
leave it.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with him.
As our fifth D tackle, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I expect a better year from Leo. I think he plays.
He did play hurt a little bit last
I want
year.
to say he plays at least 14 games this year.
Yeah, you need
Starts 14 or plays 14?
Starts.
Eric is back
starts.
there dropping his phone, pretending like we have highly sensitive mics. Eric, what do you think of the Giants this year? 17 games. What's your projected record?
Go Sports.
Exactly.
Love it. Love it. What a take.
it's a big take right there.
So, yeah, I think he starts 14 games this year.
Leo?
Yeah.
I'd say, 14. I'd say 13, just to undercut you a bit.
Oh, wow.
But
Bastard.
I think we're around the same way.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think if he even started 10 games and played in all 17, I'd be thrilled.
It
Like,
played in
he's gonna
17,
start-
sure.
yeah.
But
He's gonna
started
start-
10, I'd be a little upset.
Yeah,
Because that means he's playing hurt.
He's going to start
Yeah.
in every game that he's healthy.
Yes.
I hope
Unless
so.
he's
I mean,
legitimately, I'm hurting, I could play 15 snaps.
Yeah.
but the Giants
Only
might be
on
given
third
some
down.
different looks this year. It might be a little weird.
Yeah,
It might
I don't
be
know
some-
what Wink's going to do. I think
No,
it's going to
who
be
knows?
a lot like last year, but nothing like last year at the same
Yeah,
time.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right, who do we got next? We got
Dex,
Dex.
yeah. Let's go Dex. Yeah,
The best.
the
Defensive tackle.
second best D tackle.
I know we
in the league.
talked a
best.
little bit about Dex last week.
I can't
or-
talk enough
or
about Dex.
2 weeks ago. So he obviously signed the big contract. He's locked in. I
It's a
think
steal.
he just has
huge.
another fantastic year. I don't know if there's a whole lot else to say.
Well-
I think with Kayvon playing better and having another year, he's going to have even a better year. I think it's
I think the
They
biggest
help
thing to
each
say
other.
about that is he's making less than Jeffrey Simmons,
yeah.
who
For sure.
signed a deal in the same offseason.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who I think Dex is better than.
Yeah, I think so too. Definitely.
So,
They're good in their
If-
own respective
yeah.
roles.
If you're like me, who thinks Dex is the second best D tackle in the league behind Aaron Donald, the contract we signed him to
Is nothing.
is robbery,
yeah.
and I love
Because
it.
they can get out of that
It's really only 60 mil guaranteed. Right?
in
Yeah, something like
so
that.
Yeah.
not in the next 2 off seasons, but the third off season for nothing. They
Yeah.
save so much money.
Yeah, it's hey, you always need a guy in the middle. He probably more than anybody will play out the duration of that contract.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
More than I have more faith in him playing out the duration of the contract than I do probably like a Daniel Jones, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
At this point in time, I
Yeah.
hope I'm wrong, but I'm
Me too.
just, you know,
but overall, those two are going to be obviously our guys. Good night. Overall, those are going to be our guys. Ashawn is more of a run stuffer.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's going to do what he does in the run game. And then Nacho is kind of similar to Ashawn.
I don't know much about Nacho, so
he's similar to
I know he won a
Ashawn.
He's
Super
like a
Bowl with
run
the Bucks,
stuffer.
but
Yeah,
yeah.
he's
what
not
I've
as
seen.
good as Ashawn, but he's similar play style.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, can't go wrong there.
So I'm happy with both. I think we'll have a very deep. We've seen ratings this year that have already given us the number one interior D line of
Yeah.
the NFL.
Yeah.
So I'm happy. It'll work out either way.
Yeah. They're in a good. They're in a good spot right now.
They are. Other than that, I mean, our D-line doesn't really have much more to it.
Yeah.
We could break it down more in depth, but
Yeah, as we get into,
then you start talking tackles and pressure, and
Also, too, it's a bit of a new group, so
Yeah.
we're gonna have to see how they play. I think we'll have a better analysis of like how they play and
Yeah.
what it looks like as we get into the season. Obviously,
like Wink is going to set up these guys to mostly Dex to have the best season he possibly can.
Yeah.
So I would not be surprised if he has Dex himself 8 sacks.
Oh yeah.
If Dex himself has like 8 sacks,
yeah,
I can see it.
Yeah, I mean, how
Yeah.
many did he have last year? Do we know?
I
look
can
that up?
check really
Sacks last year?
Yeah,
I think 9.
I
I want to
really?
say 9.
quick. I don't
many?
think so. I think
I'm
it was
gonna say
a little,
9.
I think it was a little
I'm
lower.
gonna say like 5.
9.
Yeah, I think Greg
9.
is more on the money here.
You're
9.
5.
9, 9, 9, 9.
7.5.
Okay.
So right,
Split it
Okay,
right in the middle.
There we go.
Right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
this is why we're a team.
Yeah.
But it's right there. I mean, I could see him putting up 9 sacks, same tackles as last
I think he's going to be
year.
right in the same area as
I
last
could
year.
see that.
Maybe
I mean, he's
maybe a
gonna
little
get
under.
A lot of attention.
I think he's
Yeah,
going to be a
yeah.
little
He's
under.
going to get a lot
Yeah.
of attention. So,
Yeah,
which is good for
yeah. It's just
K-Ball.
it's a matter of
it's good
if
for our edge.
him and Williams are not completely burned out
Yeah.
by the time it's third down or late in the game.
100%.
That's all that matters.
That's it.
So D-line, there's really only so much we can go over.
Yeah.
Well, interior D tackles basically.
Yeah, interior.
So I think what we're going to do now is maybe some guards and centers.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do a
Maybe
little guard.
yeah.
'cause
Burn
this-
a couple more minutes.
This is,
Yeah.
this has been the topic of conversation a little bit the last
So-
couple of weeks with
Has
what the
been.
Giants will do.
I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to kick to Greg to give us
Specialist.
a breakdown of our likely opening day center
Okay.
rookie draft pick, John Michael Schmitz.
Yeah, well, obviously JMS. I think
Give us the hype.
there's no question that he wins the job. I mean, I think he's going to compete a little bit, but I'm pretty sure.
I think Shane and Dable even said in that like Giants Life thing on YouTube that they have.
yeah, like
That
he's-
they even said when they drafted him, all right, we got a center starting.
There's no issue.
We got a starter
Yeah.
starting center. So
Yeah, there's no issue. But I think he's going to be the anchor. I mean, you have to just give him full faith. I think it's going to be a little bit of a learning curve probably, but this is why you get in OTAs, and this is why having Daniel Jones in the building while these guys are in OTAs is huge because they can work together, do all that. I think I know we talked about the snap a couple weeks ago. I don't think that's a problem.
No, I think that was a training camp thing.
I think
Whatever
that's a
he's
training
comfortable
camp
with,
thing.
let
That's-
him learn the offense.
that's going
Let
to
him
work
do it.
itself out. They're going to.
Yeah. But he's a
The
smart
DJ's
guy. I mean, he's going to be an anchor. He's going to have a veteran guard in Galinsky next to him, and then
Is he? Is Glowinski going to be the starter?
I think so.
I think
I
so.
think he's
With what's his name, Reisner? Supposedly we're interested in him.
But Reisner's a left guard.
They like Izudu.
Yeah,
how,
Izudu.
how different
How
is it?
healthy is Izudu? Are we sure?
He should be
how
fine.
healthy he
Well,
is?
I don't know about his neck, but
Yeah.
he should be fine.
Yeah.
Now I brought this up in
I
our
would like
group
to see
chat.
him take a
I
step.
brought Reisner up in our group chat.
Yes.
Supposedly we're interested. Nothing's done
I
yet.
can't believe
Yeah.
we missed that.
Yeah,
Was
I
he
don't
a
know
free
how we
agent
missed
this
that
whole
in our
time?
free agent
Yeah.
review.
Maybe we thought he was like almost like too good to get in a way.
Yeah, he might have been like, "Oh, the Broncos can't let him go."
Yeah.
But I put him in our group chat, and Greg was like, "Holy shit, how is this guy available?"
Yeah, I was surprised because he started a lot of games for the Broncos.
That's a starting guard.
It's a start. It's a legitimate starting left guard.
That's not a guy like, "Oh,
and
we can
apparently
put him
he's-
there and he can start."
He's
That
only
is a
looking for a 1-year
legitimate-
deal because he's coming off injury.
He wants to prove himself.
Yeah, he wants to prove himself. So that would be an option. But if you're talking about what we have at our disposal right now, I think Bredesen's going to fight for a left guard
I
position.
think so.
too.
Seems like it, yeah.
I think he's gonna. And
Bredesen
he played
looked
well.
good, though.
He played
Yeah.
well. Besides
He's-
injury, he was
Yeah.
fantastic.
Whether
yeah.
you say besides injury,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
the problem.
That's the problem.
But
he seemed to always have injury.
but for once, the Giants have depth. They have a Zudu there.
Correct.
They have
At guard, we have Glowinski, Izudu, Lemieux, McKeithen, Anderson, Wyatt Davis, and Bredesen.
they got guys.
Yeah.
But also too, if the Giants are unsure, if the Giants are saying, okay, JMS starting center, that's a lock. Andrew Thomas starting tackle, lock.
Neal
right tackle, lock. And if you're not sure at
Right
left
now,
guard, right guard,
Glowinski is right guard.
Yeah.
but like why?
That's the easy
Yeah.
default.
But to
Yeah.
start the season, or at least start training camp and preseason games, like rotate those guys.
yeah,
Who cares?
You
I
might as
agree.
well.
Who cares if you?
Yeah.
you could rotate those guys.
I'd love to see.
Bredesen and Zudu split some time, and then Galinsky at right guard. to
I'd
start.
love to see Izudu claim the left guard spot.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Give it to me. I'm a 3rd-round pick.
Mhm.
Give me the left guard spot. So you're looking at Thomas, Izudu, JMS.
Whoever.
Maybe Lemieux can kind of redeem
But I-
himself and
but I-
grab the right
Whoever.
guard spot.
Whoever.
I think
and
Lemieux
Neal
might be
turn
out of
into
it.
a
But still,
legitimate right tackle.
I think Lemieux might be
young.
out of it.
That's
That is-
young.
And that's our oldest lineman being Andrew Thomas.
But
Yeah.
you know what? If Bredesen and Zudu split some time, Bredesen's gonna put up a fight for that. Left
Oh yeah,
guard.
Oh, yeah.
Bredesen,
He's
I
not getting
Yeah.
beat
I think
out
Bredesen is
for
the
it.
definition of league average lineman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
Where
played
he's going to go
really
out there,
well last year.
you're not going to see his name on the stat sheet because he's
Yeah.
not letting up sacks. But he's also not the guy that's like, this guy is lighting up the run game. This guy is shutting down D tackles.
And I think
He's the kind of guy where you're like, okay,
I think our guards will be better for a really, really intelligent center. Not to say Feliciano's not an
Yes.
intelligent center, but
but he's gone and we're happy about
he's
it.
gone.
Simple as that.
But he wasn't very good in like controlling the pass game.
No,
Like
was
he
not
was
a-
very
he's not a-
like he's a
not a-
mauler.
He's not a general.
He's a mauler.
That's
Yeah.
what the Giants kind of
which was
lack.
great for the Giants last year.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
But
what
this
last
year, moving forward, is not good.
So the Giants, that's what they kind of lack. They don't have like those true pass protectors on the inside. It's always been
Yeah, I mean,
they've always been run guys first. I don't want to say
Well,
run guys first. I want to
have
say
to-
they've
Not
been better.
always.
I
Not
want
always.
to. I
You
want to
have
say
to-
they've been better in the run than they are pass.
Are you talking the past 10 years? Or are you talking always?
I'm talking maybe the past 6 years.
Okay, because
Yeah,
I
in
was gonna say, I
this
disagree-
downturn.
Yes, I'd agree with that, but I was going to say I disagree with always because our interior line was disgusting when Eli was.
Yeah,
yeah,
You have David
that's,
Deal.
That's what you
Deal,
need to think about, though.
Snee,
You have to.
like,
You have
Snee
to
was
go.
a tackle, I think.
Snee was
Snee was a guard.
Snee
Was
was
he?
a guard.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's a guard.
And then we had Rich Seibert at center for a while.
yeah.
Oh,
O'Hara.
Sean O'Hara. was the
Shout
center.
out Hillsboro.
Yeah, Hillsboro.
but those guys were dogs.
And Seibert coaches at Watchung Hills.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but you have to think of the Giants teams that we grew up with: Sean O'Hara, Seibert, Snee,
Kareem
McKenzie,
McKenzie.
David Deal. You had a combination of David Deal was like a very formidable left tackle, but Snee was like an incredible guard.
Oh,
you
yeah.
have to think of those.
Deal was that left tackle that was good for maybe 4 years.
Yeah, he was. But
I don't think we've ever had a guy like Andrew Thomas,
no, not in our lifetime.
who is I don't know if
Lockdown.
I don't
I'm
know
going
if
to
we've
say
ever.
right now, I think Andrew Thomas may be the best left tackle in Giants history.
He might be.
Think about it.
I would have to ask my dad.
What's
like,
the
who,
what's the last guy you've ever thought of playing left tackle for the Giants that you could say is the best left tackle in the league?
Yeah,
even
we'd probably
know.
have to go back to our parents to like ask.
Yeah.
It'd be the 80s.
Yeah,
And
I'd
I
have
don't-
to
I
go to
don't
the
know
King
who
Crab for that.
Yeah,
I don't
even
Defer to
know.
the King
Yeah.
Crab.
Yeah, and I don't know who the left tackle
But those
was
teams
on
were
the 80s
strictly
line.
built off defense.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah.
But
I mean,
yeah.
Phil Simms is great.
But like we don't know who the left tackle was on that 80s line. And I'm sure, because you know what? Who was the left tackle on that Bengals line back then?
Oh, Munoz.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was better.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Munoz was absolutely.
He was better.
He's probably the best left.
Whereas you could argue right now Andrew Thomas is the best left tackle in the league.
besides Trent Williams,
But
think
Trent
you-
Williams is in his 30s.
You
Yeah,
can
no, but
make an argument.
You can make an argument.
Yes.
Yeah.
The argument's
You can make
there.
an
if you're
argument,
building
yeah.
a team right now, what left tackle do you draft? And if you don't say Andrew Thomas or Trent Williams,
or Slater,
You're lying.
or
Boy,
Sean
it sure
Slater.
it sure
Yeah.
does suck.
but again, Andrew Thomas, in my opinion, is the second best left tackle in the league.
Yeah.
behind Trent Williams.
I agree.
And Andrew Thomas is in his early 20s, well, mid 20s,
Yeah, what's he like? 23,
something like
24?
that. And Trent Williams is what, 32?
Yeah.
If you're
But-
taking left tackle, who do you take?
Which can we also point out that it's ridiculous that he played for Washington for like a decade,
Right?
Yeah, and was like under the radar.
Yeah.
Back to
Yeah.
interior O line.
But also,
Yeah,
it does
sorry.
suck
We're
that
going
the
on a
Jets got Becton out of that same draft.
we're so hyped on Andrew Thomas, and we love it.
No,
We
I love the Jets got.
We love
Becton.
the man.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, that is hilarious.
Remember,
great.
remember they were like, "Oh, he's going to be so much better." And
Listen,
he had
have
one
a better
good
rookie
year.
year.
Hold
He had
on.
one good year.
I'm going to give Becton the benefit of the doubt this year.
They didn't pick up his option.
He's lost weight. like real weight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do not be surprised if you hear Mekhi Becton's name in top offensive lineman if he stays healthy
If.
this year.
Okay.
I'm just saying, just
Could
putting
be,
it
just
out
saying,
there.
could be.
Just saying.
Just when you hear Jets fans say Mekhi Becton's better than Andrew Thomas, be ready to hear it because they will. They will.
Yep.
Okay.
you know
but
Jets fans.
Let's
They have to compare to Big Brother.
back
Yes.
to the interior.
Can
Ian,
we talk about JMS
yeah,
and
can
how
talk-
we absolutely robbed that draft pick?
Oh yeah.
shout out to the Chicago
the
Bears.
Jets again
So
taking the second best.
No, the Chicago Bears
Center.
did us a solid.
here we are at Discover Wine,
Yeah.
sitting there eating pizza. Okay, we could take JMS here first round.
Yeah.
All right. We didn't get JMS. We got Deontay Banks. We
Mhm.
like the pick. JMS. All right. Positional value. Maybe not would have been great here.
Yeah.
All right. Let's watch. JMS
Yeah.
should go in the top. What do we think? Maybe 15.
Yeah,
In the
top
second round?
15.
I mean, I thought he was going to be a
Yeah.
top 5 pick
We're
in the
sitting
second
there
round.
eating
Yeah.
pizza, drinking some drinks, talking to Kenny, talking to the King Crab.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everyone loves JMS. It is what it is. We saw that behind the scenes video of Lawrence Tynes
Yeah.
talking about JMS. He projected JMS in the second round. Smart guy knows what he's talking about. We are thinking, all right, let's maybe take Hyatt in the second because he'll be there. JMS will go mid-second.
Yep.
Holy shit! Here we are.
Yep.
Couple picks to us.
But
JMS.
here come the Chicago
Yeah.
Bears.
Jeremy.
I loved watching that
That was
Giants
so
life.
funny.
Yep.
They traded up, and Joe Shane's like, "Oh fuck!"
Dable's
But
face.
I love how Dable was like, you know what? Well, we're gonna get one of the two.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Dable's
Yeah.
face when they
Dable's
took,
like, I don't
when
care.
they took Tyreek Stevenson was
And they were like,
He's like the corner.
he was like,
oh
he was like, all right, good job, boys. Yeah.
The corner.
holy
But did you hear Joe Shane? He's like, scared money don't make money. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, Joe Shea was like, oh,
And should we trade back?
corner?
Yeah.
Should we trade back?
He was
And
like, yeah, should we trade
They
back?
saw he was available at that pick and ran to the podium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were all in
I'm
on
thrilled.
JMS.
Heck of a snag.
And then you got Dable the trader in the third round.
God.
Yeah.
Going for
I couldn't
Hyatt.
believe that. It's like, hey, you want me to text McVay?
And Shane's like, yeah.
Yeah, and Joe Shane's like, yeah, we typed it in for him, and then he sent it.
He's like, what do you want me to send? Just type in,
but-
I want this pick, and you get this pick and this pick.
The Rams were like, okay. But focusing on JMS, I think Linderbaum got a lot of hype last year
He did.
because
He had a good year.
We were high on him.
because
He had a really good year.
the interior line was a little weak in the draft last year.
Yes,
It was.
Yeah,
I
overall.
think it was a lot
Overall.
deeper this year. Like, I think you could get a serviceable guard in the fourth round this year. We
Yeah,
did a
I-
lot of scouting. We did a lot of analyzing.
There were a lot of
We
interior guys.
liked a lot of guards.
There
in
was
the
a lot
fourth
of
round.
in the middle rounds.
okay
Yeah.
interior guys.
Yeah.
Like there
Yeah.
wasn't like a guard that like stood out
Yeah,
where you were
we
like,
liked a lot of
wow, I
guys
need
that were
this
like,
guy.
okay, after a year, he could be a starter.
Let's put it this
The
way:
one- the one
there
other
wasn't
guard-
a Quentin Nelson
No.
in the draft.
No.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
The one other guard I think that kind of interested us
You got it.
a
You're there.
lot
Attaboy.
or enough was Avila. I think
And-
he was,
And Jared Patterson.
and Jared Patterson.
Avila, Jared Patterson.
Jared Patterson fell to the
And
seventh.
Osiris.
Yeah, and yeah, Osiris.
But
Yeah.
those guys, Jared Patterson, I believe, was there in the second.
And I think Voorhees would have rose.
Avila,
up the
I think,
board
was-
if
We wanted Voorhees. We were
Yeah,
screaming for
but,
him.
Yeah.
but he
I think he
blew
went
his
in,
knee
what,
out.
the
Yeah,
sixth?
yeah, he went
I think the
sixth
Rams
or
took him.
something.
I believe
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
But JMS in the second, and they said, we didn't do any scouting on this guy. We didn't do an interview.
Bobby Johnson did all the scouting
Yes.
on him.
It was a
Yeah.
guy that Shane and Dable were like, we are not yet taking in the first.
He wasn't a top 30 visit.
Nope.
Nope.
And we don't believe he'll be there in the second.
Mm-hmm.
And they saw him there and went, holy shit.
Yeah,
We
he's here.
we have to take this guy.
Yeah, I mean,
It's incredible.
it's the way
I
stuff
believe,
falls.
I fully believe that with the way interior lineman value fell this year, that if Linderbaum went with JMS in the same draft, they would both be first round picks.
I think so too.
Think so.
I think that was such a
Yeah.
cheap first round guard, interior line, guard center talent that year,
Yeah.
last year, that it kind of inflated Linderbaum's value.
You know what's
Yeah.
interesting too? It's very interesting how much teams like don't value that position, which
Yes.
is bizarre to me.
No,
but
hold on, Greg.
Yeah.
I agree with not valuing guards.
yeah,
But when you get a top center, that's
the
a lot.
center-
That is a
The
offensive
center's got to
line.
call out like
Yeah.
Mike's and
Yeah,
all
most
those
of the time.
coverages
I mean, you
and
can
protection.
Imagine
put it on
that
the guard.
Colts offensive
Yeah.
line with an average center versus
You're
Jeff
right.
Saturday.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I mean, but look where they drafted.
But now
Jeff
imagine
Saturday.
that
Or
Cowboys
if they
offensive
did
line.
draft him, he might have been undrafted. Jeff Saturday.
But
Who
now
the hell
imagine
knows?
that Cowboys offensive line for years with Zeke and everything with a league average left guard versus who they had.
Yeah, Zach Martin's
Guards,
Yeah.
I believe, are much more replaceable than centers.
I think so.
I think so too. But it's
Yeah.
interesting with that fact that how much teams just don't really pay attention to it.
Yeah, and
I think they just look for someone that
Because
they
you,
could just
you
strike
think about it,
gold.
if you have
Yeah.
a solid center and a solid
yeah,
tackle on either side, you can kind of cover up the weaknesses
Yeah.
in either
Yep.
guard.
100%.
and guards don't have to be good. You can have a guy that's a good pass blocker, and you can have a guy that's a mauler.
Well,
Yeah.
the good thing at guard is you're insulated on each side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
If you,
If-
if you have
if
an
you have
average center,
good ones.
Yeah,
and
you're
a good
insulated.
tackle,
Yeah.
they can cover.
If
up
you
the
have a
guard.
really good left tackle, you're set as
Yeah.
a guard. Yeah.
I think that's
really
what
right tackle.
I think that's what helped Bredesen as well.
Yeah, 100%.
So,
Absolutely.
If
It all
we,
helps.
If we had to put a ranking on JMS centers,
This is way too early.
top 15,
This is way too
or
early.
do we have a top 15 center? Top half of the league.
This
I
is
think we
way
have a
too
top,
early.
I think we have a top 10 center.
Wow.
I think you're ballsy there. And,
All right.
I don't
And-
know.
and I
Who's-
agree.
Who's really sticking out to you? Is
I like it.
Like a dominant center. Okay, Kelsey's
I-
one.
I
but
feel like
again,
top half.
but my thing is, how many centers do you know their names?
Not
yeah,
many.
that's the thing. You
Not
probably
many.
know 5.
You know Kelsey. and
like
that's-
Kelsey, Ben
Yes.
Jones,
Yeah.
like those guys.
I-
Linderbaum.
I'd argue top 15. And
The Chiefs have a good one too.
couple weeks play
Yeah.
out,
Yeah.
maybe top 12, top
yeah,
10.
well, I'll put him in the top 15.
All right.
I think by the
That's-
time we get to
yeah.
the season, we will have the best center we've seen since those
Sean O'Hara.
07
O'Hara.
to 2011
Yeah.
teams.
I agree.
I think so.
Fully
Yes.
agreed.
So left guard, we like Azudu, we like Bredesen,
Yep.
we like
I like the competition.
That'll be a good
coming into
comp.
camp.
Yeah.
Seeing who's going to be better.
And
Brian.
I think you'd move those guys around at right guard too, just in
Yeah.
case. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Brian, Azudu, Lemieux, Bredesen, who do you think takes the left guard job?
I think ultimately, I think he's going to be Bredesen.
Okay, Greg.
I
Veteran
think
guy.
Bredesen.
Yeah, the veteran guy. He's gonna show up.
I
Zudu
hope-
still
I
has.
hope it's Zudu. I hope he
Yeah.
shocks us all.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be Bredesen.
But I think Bredesen's
start. Yeah,
Bredesen's got more of a base.
Yeah.
And his skills are much more refined than Azudu's. So, I think he's going to take it in camp.
And I think
Over
Lemieux's a
Zudu.
cut guy.
I do
Unfortunately.
think
Yeah.
Lemieux might be a cut guy as well.
I think
uh,
that experiment's over.
Yeah.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say Azudu takes the starting left guard job.
Oh.
Okay. I like
Okay.
it. I hope you're right.
I think they took him in the third round for a reason. I think they showed last year, and we saw late in the season when he got those starts, he looked
Yeah.
good.
He looked great.
They
Compared-
did mix him in a lot.
compared to when
too.
he started.
His pass blocking was a little.
Remember
Yeah.
that first game he started though, and he looked like shit.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
like,
but-
holy shit!
Yeah.
Why the hell did we take this guy? And then he sat for a couple weeks.
Yep.
Unlike Evan Neal, he improved.
Yeah.
Played again, and we were like, okay, Josh Azudu, I think we could work
Yeah,
with something.
But
here.
also too, in his defense, like if a defensive coordinator sees a third round rookie left guard, they literally on their board during the week circle him in a
Yeah.
red pen and say,
Blitz
make
him.
his life fucking miserable.
Yep.
Because we don't want to deal with the left tackle. Make his life miserable. We're gonna throw everything at him.
Andrew Thomas,
Just-
no
just-
thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they do. So,
So my projected line is left tackle Andrew Thomas,
The GOAT.
obviously. Left guard Josh Azudu,
okay.
center JMS. I
Yep.
think we all agree there.
Yep.
Right guard, I'm gonna say Ben Bredesen takes Mark Lewinsky's spot.
Jesus.
Interesting.
Wow,
Okay.
you were going out on
I am
limbs here.
going out on a limb. I think
a limb.
Shane and Dable are gonna take their guys.
Okay.
And they're gonna play him.
Fair.
Okay.
And
fair.
I think Bredesen is their guy over Glowinski.
I still think it's Bredesen and Glowinski.
I mean, I'm fine with that
Yeah.
either way because they're
I think
solid.
Bredesen, Gawinski.
They're
Yeah.
solid guards. Like, I may not love Glowinski, but he's a league average guard.
Yeah. No, he's
He's not going to win you games. He's
No.
going to lose you games.
Yeah.
And I think there's a good chance that maybe the right guard switches around because Joe Shane was looking for a cheap veteran right guard
Yeah.
who's serviceable last year.
Yeah.
So, and then obviously we hope and pray every day that Evan Neal takes the step.
Yeah.
Which
I think he
I have
does.
faith he does.
It
Well,
seems like it just.
Seems like he changed
And if
up his
not,
stance.
I'm going to throw this
Yeah.
out there. He looks like a right guard.
Greg loves,
Have you said that before?
I've said
Greg
that.
loves
Yeah.
Evan Neal at right guard.
I do. I do.
But he's changed up his stance.
Yeah,
and he
apparently,
looks
looks a
much
little
better.
slimmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bobby
Hopefully be
Johnson's all
healthy.
in on it.
Yep.
So you guys
I love
have
it.
Glowinski at right guard and
Yeah.
Bredesen at left.
Yes.
And I have Izudu Bredesen.
The complete opposite of what we
Complete
have.
opposite.
It's all right.
Yeah.
We'll see who's right.
Yeah.
It's another hot take we have.
Yeah.
Now, my question to you, and I don't think anyone's going to disagree with me. In a 3rd down and 5 set, Izudu or Bredesen, JMS and Glowinski / Bredesen, our interior line versus Dex and Leo, who wins the battle?
Is this a run or a pass?
This doesn't matter. 3rd down and
Just a
5.
combination of both.
How many times out of 10 does either side win?
I think the defense wins 3 out of 5.
Okay, well that's 6 out of 10. I asked out of 10.
Okay,
I'm
6
gonna,
out of 10.
I'm going to say probably out of 10 times. You're
Yep.
saying?
Yep.
I'm
How
going
many
to say
times does the interior D line blow
probably the
up
offense
play?
wins probably like 7 out of 10 times. I would
Oh,
say
okay.
just because
No, I agree.
also
with Greg.
numbers. It's
The
a
Well, I
numbers
was
game.
going off
line-
of ours.
Well, the interior D line doesn't
Yeah.
blow up the play a lot.
You have to remember too. The offense knows what's coming.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd say it's 50-50.
Yeah.
I
can
think
see
that's how
50-50.
good our.
Yeah.
Now I say 50-50. Our interior D line, and for everyone out there, interior D line to blow up a play is huge. It's
Yeah.
not. It doesn't happen often.
Yeah, exactly.
So to
It's-
say 50-50 is like saying Kayvon Thibodeau is going to get a sack every 3rd down.
yeah, exactly.
I believe that on a 3rd and 5, our interior D line will blow up an interior O line half the time.
Okay.
I think everyone is like all the rankings, the May whatever rankings come out, best interior D lines in football.
Yeah.
We're number 1.
Yeah, we're number
Yep.
1. Yeah.
It's discussed. Dex and Leo are an unstoppable
Yeah.
combo. Get them the rest that that Nacho and Ashawn will give them. It's going to be insane.
I saw
Yeah.
a stat today. It was interior defensive lineman in a 0 stance.
Yeah.
And I forget what the grade was or something, but Dex had a 28. The second guy had
Yeah,
a
he
6.
just
he's
he
insane.
just bullies centers. Yeah,
it's
Yeah.
it's unreal.
I'm very excited
it's gonna be
to
fun.
see probably the best interior line on the trenches we've seen from Giants football in 11 was 12 years
Long
ago.
time.
So
Yeah.
12 to 15 years
Yeah.
ago.
It's a long
It's
time.
gonna be very exciting.
Yeah,
Yep.
We're
It's gonna
very
be fun.
excited.
We have 2 very exciting interior lines. We have a
Yes.
very exciting defensive line on the inside, and a very exciting.
It's so funny. It took Joe Shane to build
Offensive
out
line.
Gettleman's dream
yeah.
Oh yeah,
of hog
hog
mollies.
mollies.
Well, yeah.
So the hog mollies are going to do their job, and I'm going to rest my voice and let you guys end the episode.
Yep.
So this is it. We'll be back in 2 weeks. We're going to be taking off for Memorial Day weekend.
Taking off Memorial Day.
Yeah, I hope
We got some
everyone
stuff.
has a great Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, enjoy.
Let's
Have some-
honor our veterans that weekend.
Yes, enjoy some
For the
drinks with
sacrifices
family
they
and
made and
food
for what they give us. We're the land of the free, home of the brave. So we will
God
see
bless
you.
America.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We will see you guys in 2 weeks and take it easy.
Take it easy.
And go Yankees.